Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of your morning workout talk, brought to you by your one and only literary Pharaoh. Yes, morning workout talk. This morning, me and my wife we did back, shoulders. We did some HIIT workouts. So every time we go into the gym, we always start off with some sort of HIIT, some sort of usually when people come to the gym, they get on a Stairmaster or they get on an elliptical and they use that as a warm up. But our warm up is usually a HIIT workout, something to do with high interval intense training, and we move around, have brief seconds of respites, and then we get back on it again. And so that's what we did. I was getting to the point where I was thinking to myself, like, should I start videotaping our stuff? But I said, you know what? I'm not that guy. You know, I go to the gym a lot. I work out a lot. I'm not the type to catalog or videotape my workouts and then post it. I think that's overdone. I think you guys have a lot of outlets and other people to look at to do that. I like to talk about what I did. I could show you, but I don't. It's just another form of responsibility, and I guess I'm just not into it right now. Maybe later on, but right now I don't feel the need to do so, because then it becomes to a point where the video content or the video quality of my workout or the positioning of the camera becomes more important than the workout itself, and I don't want it to get that. I don't want it to get to that point. I just want to go in and work out freely without worrying about camera angles and worrying about what position I look good in. And a lot of those Instagram people that do, especially those women who are working out on their butt and they're doing their little butt exercises with the camera angle. And usually those women they have a cameraman, especially those people who are making profit from posting Instagram workouts. I don't want to get into that sphere. I think I'm fine where I am. I do my workout. I think that's personal time for me and my wife. That's intimate time. That's me time. I don't want to videotape that. So that's what I did. We do a HIIT workout first, and then we get into shoulder workouts, back workouts, and then we always finish off with abs, and then we stretch, and then we come home, and then the day begins. In terms of the kids, getting the kids ready for school, and me dropping off my son at preschool, and my wife dropping off my two other kids, my two older ones, at their elementary school. So that's the way it is, man. But it had a good workout. I feel good, feel great. It's always great to start your day off with something intense. Starting off your day with coffee is not the smartest thing. You say, why? Well, how are you making your coffee? If you're putting a bunch of like cream and sugar in it, don't. If you're gonna drink coffee, just drink it straight. Just drink it black. Just drink it without nothing. But it's the added content that makes coffee unhealthy. Though coffee in and of itself has great health benefits, but when we start adding the extra stuff in it, it sort of dilutes and neutralizes the positive impact that the coffee alone would have on your body or in your body as you drink it. Don't wake up eating. Wake up doing something intense. Don't break your fast till later. I've said this before. I'm going to keep saying it again. Do not eat before 12. Eat after 12. Do not eat after 7. We're not made. Our bodies is not made to wake up and start stuffing yourself with food. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That's a lie, and it's a truth. I'm going to explain. Breakfast in the way that the modern contemporary world, especially the Western world, when they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, they mean when you wake up. Immediately you wake up in the morning, what you eat first is the most important meal of the day. That's a lie. But this is where it is true. When you break your fast, that's the most important meal of the day. When you break your fast, because remember, the last time you eat, when you go to sleep, your body is in what we call fasting mode. The food that you ate is being metabolized in the blood, all right? The food contents, the chemicals in your body are breaking down the foods chemically. Synthesization is going on inside the body. And then when you wake up, synthesization still continues. Your body's still metabolizing the food. What you ate the day before, you should be able to excrete it out through your excretory organs. The excretory organs are your anus, you're taking a dump, or your genital area, you're taking a piss. So you're pissing out the stuff. You're eliminating toxins, eliminating the things that your body doesn't need, and your body's keeping the things that it does need. The nutritionally dense contents. It's keeping those for itself, for the cells to function optimally. Okay, so when that happens, you're still supposed to wait. Go work out, go for a walk, do something, keep yourself busy. If you read a book. Don't wake up thinking about food so damn much. It's not that serious. Think about it. Those of you guys who have dogs or have pets, animals only eat once a day. Think about it. If you ever had a dog, usually you got to feed it once a day, right? If you had a pet fish, you'll feed it once a day. We're the only creatures that feel like we need to eat freaking 6 times a day. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, supper, snacking in between. Like, what the hell? We eat too damn much. And it's not that not only are we eating too much, we're eating foods that are not good for us at a high clip, at a frequent rate. So when we're doing that at a frequent rate, we're going to carry chronic diseases at a frequent rate. The less you eat, the better. The more you eat, you age. The body is working overtime to break down the foods, especially those who are heavy meat eaters. Now, me, I'm a vegan. I'm not encouraging anybody to be a vegan. Do whatever the hell you want. But this is what I would say. If you are a meat eater and you love meat, cut down your meat intake. Especially if you're older. Especially if you're older. If you're younger, when I say younger, I mean kids. Eat as much meat as you want. That's fine. But when you start getting older, even in your 30s, 40s, cut the intake of your meat down significantly. I'm not saying meat is bad. I think meat in good proportions, it's okay. And what kind of meat you eat is important. And how the meat is cooked is important. See, when you eat meat, there's so much to consider. Where was that animal raised? How was that animal killed? How was it slaughtered? Is it free of diseases? Is it riddled with E. coli, salmonella? There's so many things to consider. Are you going to fry your meat? Are you going to bake it? I mean, how is it going to be cooked? So it's just so much to consider when you're eating meat, and it's high risk, low reward with meat. You can get your proteins from other sources. Most of the strongest animals that we know of are not meat eaters. When you think of a gorilla, they don't eat meat. When you think of an ox, it doesn't eat meat. You ever heard the saying, "This man is strong as an ox. He's strong as an ox." But ox doesn't eat meat. But yet you have our melanated people are gonna make some oxtails. I'm gonna make some oxtails. Some oxtails. Like oxtails? Like we think that eating an oxtail is gonna provide us protein. Ridiculous. You can get your proteins through plants. Moderately. We don't need an overwhelming amount of protein. That's against popular opinion and popular messaging. You don't need a lot of protein. Actually, too much protein, your kidneys has to work overtime. And I tell people all the time, there was a guy who came up to me in the gym a couple of months ago. He was telling me that they had some deal on Amazon Prime on some protein powders or something like that. And I looked at him, I said, look, he said, do I take protein powders? I said, no, I don't take protein powders. He said, what, you don't? I said, no, I don't. And then I said, those things you got to be careful because the proteins that are putting in there they're synthetic, and it's not good for your kidneys. Your kidneys has to work overtime to break down those minerals. Those proteins are not natural. They're not coming naturally. They're not organic proteins. Okay, they have inorganic elements in there in the protein powders, and then the amount of protein is so enormous that the body has to work overtime to break it down. Why do you think so many bodybuilders have horrible kidneys? It's not because they're on steroids. Steroids doesn't even affect your kidneys to that degree. It affects other parts of your body. But a high amount of protein intake can affect your intestines, damaging it. It's not good. especially if it's not organic. Like if you're getting your proteins through plants and nuts and legumes and things like that, mushrooms, vegetables, even though they're in small incremental dosages, that's fine. That's normal. But when you're packing on powders of protein, hey man, you may look good externally, but internally your intestines are getting ravaged. So just be careful. So you break your fast. That's the most important meal of the day, because you're breaking your fast. You'll finally your body is ready to consume, and it's made space inside your body to eat. It doesn't mean you overeat. You just eat. And then you have to focus on eating nutritionally dense foods. Nutritionally dense foods are foods that make you feel full. You know, always try to have avocados with everything you eat. Season it with a little bit of Himalayan salt. It doesn't need much, not too much. Pink Himalayan salt, not too much. You know, avocados are a good spread to use for salads if you want to. You guys have seen my videos on my channel. I'm a big user of avocado, spreading it over cucumbers when I slice up my cucumbers. Eat things that make you feel full. You know, almonds, snack on nuts. You know, this idea that we have to have a big ass plate with 3 portions and eating that 3 times a day, that's ridiculous, man. Like, can't y'all see the pharmaceutical industry is purposely making you guys eat more so you can get sick more, so you can come to the hospital more? I have heart disease. I have inflammation. My cholesterol is too high. I need to take cholesterol medicine. Not once are they telling you that your ailments could be totally rectified and remedied by the use of nutrition. Nutrition is medicine. Medicine is thy food, and let food be thy medicine. But we don't think that way. We think that doctors with blonde hair and blue eyes, with white coats, with glasses on, who got degrees from these stupid ass universities, are have the gospel. Whatever they say is the gospel. So they say take this pill, take this white pill, then I guess, you know, that's medicine. Not knowing that modern medicine is nothing but toxic medicine. It's failing our people. Because think about it for a second. I want you guys to use common sense, and I know maybe common sense is not that common. With as much money that the pharmaceutical industry accrues and gains from all the medicines that they dispense to the public, because they are the #1 drug dealers of the world. It's not the cartel. It's not people dealing illegal drugs. And I would argue and tell you that the pharmaceutical drugs should be illegal too, because they don't really cure anything. But that's another story for another day. But let's look at it from a common sense perspective. If the pharmaceutical industry makes so much money off of dispensing meds, how come America is the sickest country in the world? Think about that for a second. If the system works, then no one will be sick. Think about it. If the pharmaceutical industry is dispensing medicines to so many people, and people are taking medications and taking medications after medications after medications, if that's happening all the time, then people should be healthy, right? But how come people are still sick? People are still sick. We're still the sickest country in the world. That means that the process of medicine in this country is failing people. The process of healthcare, the healthcare system, is failing people, because it's not a healthcare system. It doesn't benefit you. It benefits the greedy people who put those systems in place. People who are money hungry. You know, because I look at it, you know, this is how naive I was when I was younger. I thought, oh, when you get a job and you get health benefits, it means that, you know, they take a little money out your paycheck, and then when you go to the hospital, you never have to pay. You just walk in and they take care of you and you walk out. Because when you work, your job takes, you know, they take a little bit of money out of your paycheck for your health benefits. But I was so ignorant back then. Little did I know they take more. Not only do they take money out your paycheck for the benefits, but when you come to the hospitals, you still have to pay because you haven't met your deductible. You have to have copay. You have to do. It's a scam. The entire web of life is a fucking scam. Excuse my language, and I hate cursing. I'm just so angry when I think about it. Everything, the things that we were sold on, like they market it with wordplay. It's jargon. It's rhetoric. They'll say health benefits. All you hear is the part that says benefits. Scam. We have a sale. Scam. There's no such thing as a sale. What they're doing is what they do, and I've seen Amazon do this on their website. Let's say this is just a hypothetical, and I've seen this, so I just can't give you the exact numbers. They'll say something to the effect of this on Amazon Prime when they're having their Amazon sale. They'll say something to the effect of this on quote-unquote Prime Day. They'll have an item. Let's say an item was $99.99. $100 pretty much, but they like to do that, play mind tricks, make you think that it's a double-digit number, but it's actually triple digits. It's $100 because it's only 1 cent off. So they say something is $99.99, right? And so you've been eyeballing this item because it says $99.99, but you're waiting for Amazon Prime to go on do their Prime sale so you can get it cheaper than $99.99. Then on Prime Day, this is what they do. They raise the price of the item that was $99.99. They raise the price to $120, to $119.99, $119.99. Then they say it's a sale and bring it down to $99.99. Then your dumbass would think, oh, it's on sale, it's Prime, I got it on sale. Then you buy it. So what they've done, they've hiked up the price and brought it back down to its original price. And they call it a sale. But we've been so brainwashed and conditioned that when we see the word sale, we think that these people are operating in a a good conscience, or they're coming from a good place. They're not coming from a good place. It's diabolical, and it's manipulative. It's just what the system does. There's no such thing that's free. When you think something is free, then you're the fool. You're paying for everything. People think that public education is free. No, you're paying for it through your taxes. Look at your paycheck. Those who are salary workers, and even if you're not a salary worker, if you're an hourly worker, look at your paycheck. Usually your paycheck, if taxes weren't taken out at all, will probably be $700 to $1,000 more, depending on how your taxes work. They take all that money they take is to fund these things that you're paying for it. People get mad and say, oh, daycare is expensive. Well, that may come out of your pocket directly, but public schools is expensive too. It's coming out of your pocket. It's coming out of your taxes. And I don't want to go on and on, but college is a scam too. So yeah. So just be careful, guys. Just make sure again, I know I'm off topic here. I was talking about the workout thing, but yeah, it goes into the system of how they lie to you. You're not supposed to be eating that much food today, and you're not really hungry. You're addicted to chemical. We're chemical addicts. We're chemical creatures by nature, and we operate off of chemicals, and we operate off of electromagneticisms. We are electric beings at heart, and so these chemicals that they induce inside foods in the laboratory, because most of these foods are made in the laboratory. They're not naturally grown. They're processed foods, processed meats, and all that BS. When you eat those things, it's not the food that you love the chemicals. Because if you strip away all the sugar that they put in these foods, most of the things you guys eat would taste like cardboard. When you're eating meat, it's not the meat that tastes good. You're eating the seasoning. It's the seasoning that the meat absorbs. So that's why a lot of the times, if I have a need for texture that feels like meat, I eat mushrooms. As simple as that. Saute the hell out of my mushrooms. I chew on that. It feels like meat to me. It's not that serious, folks. Like when I make my cauliflower crust pizza, I'm not putting meat on my pizza. I'm not putting sausage on my pizza. You know what I'm putting on my pizza? I'm slicing up zucchini, because when I bite into it, it gives me that texture of meat. So it's not that meat tastes better. We're just eating the seasoning, and it's the texture. It's sensory. And we're so accustomed to doing it that we think that it's normal. But yeah, just don't eat that much, guys. Eat less, eat once or twice a day, and do not eat late, do not eat after 7, and do not eat before 12 o'clock. Stop waking up eating breakfast, man. Like waking up stuff in your body. Your body hasn't even had time to fully metabolize the foods that you ate from the previous damn day. And then you're compounding your body with more food. Then you wake up the next day, you do it again. You wake up the next day, you do it again. Your body is tired. It's like, give me a break. Because remember, you're not just eating breakfast. During lunch, you're going to eat again. Then when you get home, you're going to eat again. Yeesh. The body's like, give me a break. All right, that's my morning workout talk, guys. Thank you guys for indulging me for another morning workout talk. Take care. I'm on my way to work. I hate going to work. I did a video on that. Go look that up. All right, peace.